All right, welcome to day 2 of the Arena Open, draft number 2. Right off the bat here, we've got Teferi. Teferi is a pretty strong card. Outside of Teferi, it's nothing, right? What is even close to Teferi? I feel like there's really the answer is nothing. What's interesting to note here is that there's these green-white dual lands and a blue-green one that might come back. So we can maybe go Bant. We don't end up going blue-white. The dual land will be there for us. I mean, Grim Flare is whatever. Where's no duplicator is whatever. Narset is like only okay. I played with it, and I think it's been the worst card in both the decks that I played it in. Touch the Spirit Realm's like only okay. So
I'm known for my excellent timing.
all right. We have Hard Evidence, Sun Petal Grove, Meathook Massacre, Vasia Gobakon, some aggro red cards. Ugin, the Ineffable. I think Ugin is a pretty average card. Could go Field of the Dead. I think that'll table. Hard Evidence. I do like Hard Evidence. If I'm not going to be an aggro deck, I mean, there's a Night Pack Ambusher. I mean, Night Pack is like okay. It's an okay card. It does promote sort of strategy that Teferi enjoys, right? I guess there's Exclude. Let's do Exclude. I didn't even see Exclude there. There's Blue Sun's Twilight, Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth's like pretty insane. Whenever my opponents play against me. There's some mono red cards. I've been hugely impressed by Blue Sun's Twilight. It also cuts blue pretty hard. There's also Vorinclex. Vorinclex is a really strong card. Weirdly one of the strongest in this cube. Oh, is this the... No, this is just normal monster Vorinclex. Yeah, he's actually one of the strongest. But I think I want to cut blue pretty hard here. I don't like Frost Titan that much. I do like Gullos a lot. But there's also Mephit's Enthusiasm. And there's Archangel Avacyn. I don't know how good that... Like, Archangel Avacyn's like, okay. It's a flash creature. I think Golos is, like, pretty awesome. Like, never unhappy to have it. I can try Archangel Avacyn, try to go blue-white. Ossification here, seems strong. There's Midnight Clock. I do like Midnight Clock. But I think I just need to terminate. Low mana value terminate. I don't really see any green cards outside the Vorinclex. There's Sarah Paragon commit. Mirari's Wake. Bunch of black mid-range cards. Commit. Can work with that Narset if it comes back. Sarah Paragon is like okay. Yeah, just an okay card. Without fetches, it's a lot worse. There's only like Fabled Passage, and I guess there's some cycle ends, but Monastery Mentor. Oh, Nightclub Bouncer. I'm a huge fan of Nightclub Bouncer. Huge fan of this one. I like it a lot. I like it more than Monastery Mentor. The dual land here seems prudent. So, blue-white dual land. Like, Kaya's like, okay. But it's just... maybe Kaya's just good enough to play over an Esper land. I have been relatively impressed by it. But I've already got Teferi, and I think dual lands are relatively important. Here's Narset to combo with our Commit to Memory. Probably should take it, even though there's like some dual lands we could take.
Those who cannot perceive beyond the veil of reality are lost.
Hard Evidence seems like a great thing with these Planeswalkers I need to block with. Valorous Stance is like a thing, but... I don't think you need to worry about... Like, Kai is obviously a good card. But I don't think I need to worry about... Like... win conditions. I think there's a million in the cube. So I should be able to find whatever it is I'm looking for to... Like, Frost Titan, I think, is... I'd rather just take the dual land in the hopes that maybe I go blue-red, right? Because I'm not even necessarily blue-white. Like, Teferi and Ossification are cards I can totally play in a blue-red deck. I don't have to play Archangel Avacyn. I think Avacyn's relatively replaceable. Does Avacyn, does this hit... Doesn't hit Planeswalkers. Palladium Mirror, Midnight Clock. I do like the clock. Mirari's Wake. I'll take the Paragon, I guess. I don't know if I need it. Cyber Siphoner. There's Heartless Act or Cyber Siphoner. I've historically been able to table Cyber Siphoners in these drafts. I don't know how like realistic that is. I could also just be blue-black and take Heartless Act. I mean, Cyber Siphoner is an Eternal Witness, like glorified Eternal Witness for sure. For sure, for sure. It really excels when you have 1 or 2 mana spells to return, which are typically black. Although there is just like straight up counterspell in blue, but that requires a ton of blue mana. I think it's between Heartless Act and Cyber Siphoner. I think Heartless Act is I think like my first 2 mana instant speed removal spell is probably worth looking at. Kefnet. I don't know. I mean, Kefnet I feel like is probably replaceable. Yeah, Kefnet's pretty replaceable. The black-white dual land. There's Maelstrom Pulse, which is maybe hard to play. There's Royal Eruption if I wanted to go blue-red. Then I take that blue-red dual land that I saw earlier. There's Repeal. Or do I want to take the isolated chapels to make sure that I can actually cast my Heartless Act? And if I want to be like an Esper control deck, I can do that because I have the right dual lands. Valky, Sune's Intervention, Blade Splicer. Okay. Valky is like okay. I think you need to be able to backdoor the red, but I think it's totally doable. Well, Blade Splicer is pretty good. There is Sune's Intervention, which is probably the card I want to take here. It's a thing I can hit off of Narset. It's quite versatile in what it offers. Basically, the only thing it doesn't deal with is a Planeswalker. Definitely want to have Time Warp. Did so well in the previous cube draft with Time Warp. Chromhost Seabark, Sublime Epiphany. Probably want Sublime Epiphany. Maybe you try to get the... I mean, there's Chromhost. Do I want to take the Epiphany? Probably. It's another 6-drop. I do have a mana rock. I probably need another one. There's Rona or Ornithopter. Probably want the Rona. Been relatively impressed by it. There's Agent of Refrain. I don't know if Agent of Refrain is better than Rona. Maybe it is. They're about... This is an arena-only card. Let's try it. I don't know if it's better, but we will see if it is. Spell Pierce is an excellent sideboard card. There's Vraska's Contempt, which makes me want to be black. It's double black, though. There's Sea Double, which is, I think, hard to pull off. There's Archangel Elspeth, which is a great defensive card. It's double white, but I think that's fine. I think we might commit to double white here. We can splash black for like Heartless Act, something else maybe. Ether Channeler, big fan of this card actually. Siphoner came back. I'll take it. Got the Siphoner plus the like Time Warp makes some Planeswalkers much better. We have Repeal or God Eternal Kefnet. The idea of like I guess I passed the brainstorm to do the God Eternal Kefnet plus Time Warp thing. Probably just want Repeal. Blade Splicer. Good, okay, like mid-range card. Didn't see any red or black cards early. I think we might be able to just splash the Heartless Act. Maybe it's not. Oh, it was Forsaken Crossroads. Hey, I'll take it over our cancel. Season Pyromancer is pretty strong. I don't know why it's still there. I think all I need now is like cheap removal spells, cheap interaction spells. Fatal Pushes or... Maybe one sweeper would be nice. But, I mean, Archangel Avacyn sort of is, but not really. Wow. Oh, this is the bad Chandra. You can have that Chandra. That's a great cyber card. That's a huge pickup. Swords, perfect. The actual perfect card. We're probably gonna table Reflector Mage or something here. Swords is actually perfect. We even have the Cyber Siphoner to get it back. Maybe even get a Snapcaster this pack too. There's Brazen Borrower. There's Go for the Throat. There's Hostage Taker. Or do I want Go for the Throat? They're both excellent cards. There's also Brazen Borrower, which is just like also a generically good card. It's good against Planeswalkers, which are historically a problem. I think I probably want to stay on color if I can. So I think it's either Hostage Shaker or Brazen Borrower. I'm going to take the Brazen Borrower. There's a Sweeper and Gixis commands. But I think we may just not be black. Maybe probably an 18 land deck. Laron or Elishnorn. Or Counterspell. I think I just want Counterspell. I think I've got the top end pretty well set up. It's a 7 mana card, but and yeah, I would like another blue-eyed duel. I would like, well, not another. I guess I only have one. Like a Hollowed Fountain or whatever the equivalent is really necessary. We need another dual land. There's March. There's Bankbuster. Bankbuster seems pretty awesome. March is like a removal spell, but it's not very cheap. There's also the Scarab God, which is a pretty awesome card. I think I want the Bankbuster. I want more cheap cards. Blue-white dual land. Mythos is pretty good, but I think I just want to dual land really badly. A lot of double whites and double blues. Solemn Simulacrum. Not a great card. The best card is the Slicer card. I can't believe it's here. There's Karn. I don't think I need a Blink of an Eye or Receive and Miss because I've got 2 bounce spells already. Try the Spell Thief, I guess, just having a creature. Huh. Nothing for me here. Blue-black cards, though. Birth of Melitellus. Or Censor. I think an O4 wall is kind of what I'm looking for. I have a lot of Planeswalkers I need to block for. Voracious Great Shark or Guardian Idol. Guardian Idol could be good. Probably not better than a land. Hostage Taker or Amiria's Call. No Sweeper in my deck makes me sad. I mean, getting a land off of Narsid's like somewhat relevant. Cancel. Or another dopey Planeswalker. Probably cancel.
I battle for the forces of good.
Another dopey planeswalker. I think Isolated Chapel's Rafine's Tower, Forsaken Crossroads, and the treasure from Reckoner Bankbuster are maybe just enough to justify playing the one Heartless Act. We still gotta cut some cards, like maybe Repeal, maybe a Cancel, maybe the Futurist Spell Thief. Is Futurist Spell Thief like better than Blade Splicer? It might be. Like, I like that the Futurist Spell Thief might be able to get like a bolt or a Fatal Push or something. Maybe that's actually better than I think. Great Shark's kind of expensive for what it does. What is this? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Plus a birth. That's 18, right? Maybe a Future Stealth Thief is the cut. Maybe a good sideboard card. I think like it's either Blade Splicer or Future Spell Thief is the next on the chopping block. I kind of like how defensive Blade Splicer is. It's good at crewing Bankbuster. 2 bodies. Can I cut the Heartless Act? Maybe it's worth cutting the Heartless Act. Maybe just board it in if I need it. The fact that I have like swords and ossification means that like and Brazen Borrower, like maybe it's not that bad. It does free up my land to be a little bit better. Let's see, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I think I just want to be in. This is sort of an 18 land deck that was like Birth of Melitellus, and I also have like hard evidence, right? And Midnight Clock. I'm running a lot of mana in this deck. I would have liked like one more interactive spell. Probably want Spell Pierce. I think I just want one more interactive spell that's cheap. Do I need Archangel Avacyn? Probably. Probably do. Blade Splicer is kind of a mopey card. Is Archangel Avacyn better than Karn? I think Karn's like pretty mopey. Blade Splicer's like so much better with Archangel Elspeth. It's for some sort of like a aggressive game plan. I don't think I want to cut the Narset. I think the Narset's good enough. The fact that the Narset can get the Narset can get white mana. I got Birth and Armaria's Call is nice. I almost don't play 41 cards, but play an extra land. I'm not sure what the worst card is here. We could play Sarah Paragon instead of Archangel Elspeth. Because we do have Berth Melitelis to get back, like, immediately. Plus we have Rafine's Tower we can get back. Could be a reasonable thing to do. Is it better than Archangel Avacyn? Probably not. Agent Rafine I want to try. I'm pretty sure it's good. Let's go with this, I guess. There's Midnight Clock. But I like having, I like having the acceleration into Teferi, or one of these two. Alright, let's try this then. Oh, these are disgusting card sleeves. Disgusting. Should feel bad having them. Another island. Found one. Planeswalker make me feel very bad. This does not make me feel bad. Seems reasonable. Might as well start the beatdowns. That is a card.
To the skies!
It's fine.
Finish what we started.
It seems like they have nothing, right? Oh, this is an instant? Oh my goodness. I thought this was a sorcery. This is an instant? I've been playing this as a sorcery. What? Damage. Time warp. Cantrip lava axe. I don't, does this work? I don't, this, I guess it doesn't work. Return target non-land permanents in presenter's hands. I guess I return this one. Target a creature you control. This one. And then target a player draws a card. Alright. They have Crucius. They're not very aggressive. Heartless Act would be good against them. They have a lot of like just mopey creatures. There's Futurist Spell Thief, which is whatever. They have Unburial Rights, so the exile cards are good. Heartless Act seems to be the card of choice. Also Disallow. But I'm on the draw. I need to not lose to Crucius. Not losing to Crucius seems incredibly important. Hard Evidence looked like they didn't have any like low to the ground attackers. They had Inferno Titan and Shieldred, and Hard Evidence was just a cycler. Which I guess is fine, but I think I want... Maybe I'll just take a... It's either this or like a Futurist Spell Thief. Maybe a Futurist Spell Thief is more in line with what I'm looking for. If I want a cantrip 3-2, I want to draw a spell, maybe. I'm a sword to plowshare theme deck. If I draw swords, my deck is good. If I don't draw swords, it's a bit mopey. Ossification and a Scrylands. Try it. Uh-oh. Shuffling the Rafine's Tower and back end isn't like the game over type deal. I mean, it does. It's not like unspeakably bad to draw. Like, it's pretty bad, but it's not like a basic land I'm putting on the... I mean, it's better to draw Rafine's Tower than an island or a plains, right? So... Land Crucius would be extremely dangerous for us. Would rather that not happen. Attacking with Mutavault would make me very happy. If that's all you got on both war, they kept a 7-card hand though, so I don't know. Looks like Land Shieldred maybe. Okay.
I will put it. We fight together!
Crucius would be ideal. It would suck that they have a Crucius, but it would be my Crucius, so then I could turn my land into a spell. Well, that makes me sad.
Form up on me!
Discarding Atali makes me sad.
Mind and body should move in. I have just the trick for this.
We seemed pretty doomed here. A little too many lands. Okay. Unburial Rites seems to be a big part of their game plan. Not playing Voracious Great Sharp may be a mistake. They have a bunch of turtly creatures. Probably better than Futurist Spell Thief. Oh yeah, that's a counterspell they can't duress away either. I'm on the play, so if 5-drop is like less bad to draw. I wonder if Great Shark is better than Avacyn main deck. Might be. Two-lander on the play. I have a swords. I need to draw a blue mana to cast my Narset. I think we have to keep this. I am playing an 18-land deck. Eighteen lands with a bunch of with also a 3-cost mana rock. Like Narset can minus and find a land a big percentage of the time. Yeah, I think if I draw an island, I'm a huge favorite to win here. Did not draw an islands. I don't know, maybe I needed them all again. Things are looking grim now. Like it was 2 draws to an island. I were like pretty favored to win. Alright. Alright. One more land. And we're looking great, right? I mean, I guess we just want to draw lands the rest of the game. You always need to be mana efficient. Can afford to play Narset.
long as I am by your side, you will be protected. We fight together! Light will outlast you!
Guess we just couldn't beat
Shine bright.
couldn't beat big score into breach. Didn't draw one of our counter spells. Even had spell pierce in our deck. They have our barrel rights too. That's unlucky. I guess we just should have mulliganed this game. We should have mulliganed. Oh well.